We're alive.
Hello.
Behold, the jump scare that's the bottom right corner.
It's always time for Christmas. It's never a bad time for Christmas, bud.
Yeah, tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Yep, I've sent that video like to 7 people.
Do you know that
I
he
didn't.
remastered that video?
Yeah, I know, because you sent it to me.
I did.
I did, or someone did. No, my friend Emmy did.
Anyways, we're back with some more 16, and we're back after the 5-year time skip.
Mm-hmm.
People died. And now we're Sid. Shit's fucked.
Honestly, though, this is, I think, when the game... Like, the game's been pretty good up until this point, but I really do feel like this is when the game really enters its biggest stride in terms of, like, just everything from here is so good, because we get access to a lot of shit that's been kind of, like, been very, very limited so far.
I thought you were gonna say, this is where the game really starts. It's like, the fuck you're talking about?
I mean, it kind of is if we're going by the rest of the main plot, if I'm being real, but that's besides the point.
So when you mean, like, opening up, you mean, like, 13 levels of opening up, right?
I don't know. I didn't get past the fucking tutorial at 15 and 13 because it bored the fucking shit out of me.
Me neither. I think I barely got to that, but I just stopped playing. Right as soon as that ship crashed.
I don't even remember what I did. I just remember, like... They talk about, like, oh yeah, it's an RPG where you don't have to, where you have to put strategy into your actions. Like, when you ever hear a review say that, I'm not kidding. That is 13. Like, 13's the poster child of, like, hey, we're the person that caused this issue.
Auto button, auto button, auto button. Do things for me. And that's how it made me better.
Which does suck because I actually was interested in that world, but god, fuck that combat.
Mm-hmm. I learned what Ravagers do. They build up that bar. So the first time I played that game, I did not understand that. So I just suffered. Every fight was a boss battle to me.
I mean, to give it credit, it is the game that introduced the stagger system, which is honestly my new favorite thing in these games, like in 7 Remake and 16.
Hmm. Okay, abilities were at 1,000.
Yep, we unlocked Ramu last time, and I have put a little bit more in my Game Plus run, and I still do stand by. He is easily the worst icon of the entire game. I love you, Sid, but I'm sorry, Ramu sucks. Outside of Pile Driver and Judgment Bolt, that's literally all he has going for him. But there's other abilities that do that same thing and that are better.
Okay, we need to build up to 600 more AP, but in the meantime, I could put it into ignition. Ready for armor tinking?
Yeah.
You hate it so much.
Dude, I had to okay, so I've been last stream I talked about I'm working on like a game of the year video, and I have actually I have started working on that. I've got the script I've got pretty much the script all done. And I'm going into like actually recording it, and I also had to get footage for 16. So I replayed the Dark Clive section because there's a part in the script I go over that part, and also a bit later on. And I had to play through the bit later on twice. Once because I messed up one of the things for it, and 2, I didn't use the right combination of icons, and I couldn't change it. Ugh. Basically, I went into arcade mode when I should have gone to stage replay, which is what you're in right now.
Oh. Glamour system.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot.
Wait, what?
That makes sense later on. I'll just say that.
Gotcha. Torgal gets a limit break. Wait a minute.
I guess.
Goofy sword. Goofy sword.
Now, I've been seeing the Buster Sword, right? And like the DLC, but I don't know if you get it from the DLC because I still haven't gotten it.
I'm pretty sure it's another instance of the onion sword. So you just go into your gift menu. Because I think...
Yeah, no, I completely forgot that was a thing.
Like,
I completely...
It's like...
Here.
Sitting right here.
You know what? Actually, I can Where's that? That's in system? Here, fuck it. I'm gonna boot up 16 right now on my end, and we're gonna check this shit.
It's gonna be there. It's wholesale gonna be there. You're welcome. If it's not, then damn.
Have you bought the DLC yet?
Nope. Holding off
Okay.
on that for now until you tell me it's relevant.
Well, it's literally not gonna be until the final.
Thank God. It's like, let's see how long I could put this off. And if it goes on sale by the time we get there, yay.
All right, I'm
Smart game.
I'm booting up the game right now.
In the meantime, I need to find the way to the cutscene.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yeah, I guess where it's at.
I'm right
That-
yet again.
And so is the onion sword. Apparently, I never got that.
And when
There's
anyone
there's also an orchestration too. I didn't know that.
You're wondering what this new board's behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my furless friend. All in good time.
Yeah, we will be unlocking that very soon.
Bounty board, gotcha. Which is the
Yeah.
missions.
Not so much the missions. It's optional sub bosses you can fight. Well, more difficult enemy encounters.
Hmm.
There you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican.
He's still alive!
Should be back any day now.
Understood.
Yeah, I
Someone
just watched the
needs
game
to
come
help me in
off.
that room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor?
Weird flex,
Could
but
it be
okay.
that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Thank you.
Yeah, this person's gonna be kind of like a lore dump, at least for the Kingdom War history.
Ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambraquois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
I was gonna make a joke if there's only 3 kingdoms.
No, it's
You were born in Twin
a little more than that.
Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson...
Going by all the kingdoms
complete a
together, I
single
want to
everything,
say there's
and we
probably
shall consider
6.
ourselves even.
Even.
Not counting the next area we're going to, because it's
Right.
kind of like more of a
Return this
religious
volume to
place.
old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
Because there's
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit a
Kupka's
resident
domain,
historian.
there's Waloed, Rosalia, or Rossville. I forget the name of the area, just off the top of my head. Sabrik, and I think that's it. I know that's 4, but I think I'm still forgetting one.
Across the blighted mere.
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
No name.
I've never. I think that's a bump. That doesn't sound like that should be what it says.
Because that's in all caps.
Because
You
yeah,
know what?
that's
In fear of having a repeat Spider-Man 2 incident. You saw what those pictures I sent you.
This game is more stable than that, in my experience anyway.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna restart it real quick. Just in case that was intentional. If it wasn't, then that was funny. So in Spider-Man 2, trees were flying, Spider-Man glowed, including the enemies around.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the last stream. I've been busy with work and shit this past week. Luckily, that goes back to normal next week, thank Christ.
Alright, we'll see if her name's really no name.
Look, it's Sid.
Staying on this time?
Oh, he's already gone.
Oh, I thought she just... Nope. That's
Just no name.
really weird. I can't help but think that's an oversight. Maybe it has something in like a different language. Maybe it's just an English translation error. But that's really weird.
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have a blank thought, maybe a new one.
Because like you think it would say like hideout citizen or something like that, like just a generic name, but it's just nothing.
Let's see something.
I don't think it's gonna change anything. The fact that you did all that.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna let me change language on the fly.
Yeah. I think that has more to do with your system's region, because you'd also have to change the entire text too.
Trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
We'll check on her every now and then just to see if her name changes.
If she shows back up.
Yeah. Knowledge.
Old Tome said the hideaway is built inside an airship. Said it was called the Invincible.
That's a reference to FF3. 'Cause that was the name of the airship in that game.
I thought it was it was a Final Fantasy song.
I thought you were gonna say,
I know.
You were
I
gonna say
know.
Fortnite. You were gonna say Fortnite.
I could feel myself saying that, and then I just quickly backtracked. No, Final Fantasy, damn it.
You like Fortnite, don't you, Squidward?
SpongeBob, it has Rock Band and racing now.
Honest, I've been meaning to ask, are those modes limited? Are they going to be gone after a while? Because I actually legit want to play those.
They have ranking systems, so no.
Okay, good, good.
In fact, me and Shade and Gal have been playing it, so... And doing anything except for the Battle Royale.
I mean, to be fair, it's the problem. It's like Rock Band, Fortnite saved Rock Band / Guitar Hero.
Yeah. You can also play a horror mode in there, because someone made it. Because you can have an Unreal game creator. That's how they advertise it. Anyways. Harpo crates.
Norseman Harpocrates.
It's Hippocrates.
Now that is a name I have not
Or,
heard for a
I said
long
Hippocrates.
time. So long,
Hippocrates.
in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Never mind, it's mine now.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Old man, I forgot my... Here's my lore.
My knowledge is yours.
Yeah, this is kind of what happened to me the first time I did this. It went from like level 2 to 7 or something like that. Yeah, just like this.
I have quite the find for you today.
Only 3. Gotcha.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it. You are always welcome, Clive.
Alright. Wait. I forgot to ask him about the hideout.
How good it is to see you, Clive. Look around you.
That's all they paid me for this line. Well, it's a far cry from the Imperial Library in Oriflamme. In 5 short years, we've amassed more volumes than most men or women might hope to see in their lifetime. No longer are the tales they contain hidden away from all but the privileged. We have liberated them, that they may fill the minds of all who hunger for knowledge.
Still,
There's much more out there. As long as I draw breath, I shall continue to gather what I can.
why?
Why, one day, a chronicle of your own ventures might even grace these shelves, or failing that, the floor.
It has been difficult, certainly.
When Titan visited his wrath upon us on that dreadful night, we lost much. He robbed us not only of our home and our loved ones, but that which Sid fought fiercest to preserve, our hope. Hope that we might have never found again had you not taken his name and become our light in the
Had
darkness.
you not let us hear?
Really? To Ben-Muir and the Invincible, where among the ghosts of the fallen, our journey can continue. Here in the belly of a Leviathan, untouched by the passing of 1,000 years, does our hope burn brighter than ever, and here may it burn for 1,000 more. And Ted Crow.
I still remember.
I didn't remember the rest of my lines. You'll have to read them. I still remember the day I first met Tet and Crow, chasing their father about the hideaway one moment, clinging to their mother's girdle the next. The twins' love for their parents were something to behold, so fierce and pure. When they passed, I feared the void they left in the children's lives could never be filled. Neither spoke nor smiled for years, hiding themselves away in hidden shelves to bury their sorrows in the leaves of these tombs.
And thank goodness they did.
For I believe the stories proved a welcome distraction, as over time their pain faded, and now they laugh and frolic as they once did, if not with more vigor. They remind us that no matter how deep our wounds, we have all the capacity to heal. And that happiness lost may be found again. They didn't just say they didn't laugh as hard as
If you
before.
need a book to help you sleep, might I recommend On the Mating Rituals of Mortals?
The fuck? Alright. Your thing's lighting up, I don't know. Are you still...
No, it just does that. It just does. I have no idea what causes it. It just happens.
It's like, what a random book to throw my way on having trouble to sleep.
Not back a blink. And
Oh,
you're
she's still alive
already
too.
off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long.
Oh.
I'd forgotten what life was like without it.
Yeah, he
It's
got
like-
it off.
Oh.
Myself. And it's all thanks to you, Tyler.
I didn't know this,
The
actually.
scalpel did most of the work.
Oh, but they had to
Before I
scalp it
forget,
off.
A rider was here with a letter from Gareth.
Yeah, it's
Auto
they
listed on
they
the desk.
talk. I don't know if we've already heard about it, but it's the way the brand is actually put on. It's like a tattoo. It's beneath the skin, and if they attempt to remove it, it's got poison in it, so it'll just kill them.
What could
I just
Gareth
realized
think
she
was
also didn't have it.
better?
Did everyone take them off? Oh. Yeah, I'm seeing marks on them. Don't know if he ever had one.
No, I don't think he did.
He still has his.
Frank will have to be replaced.
Okay, on the ones I did notice, I do like that attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how did I miss that from Clive?
But to be fair, there's been a couple scenes, but his hair is covering his
Shipment's
cheek,
just arrived.
like where you would normally see it at.
I still
Hmm.
owe her for the hairpin I bought my wife.
Ooh. Bran is a bearer from birth and forced to serve as a battlefield healer. Tarja put her surgical training to use in removing her own brand, a procedure she has since perfected and offers to any other escaped slave. Nice. So they can just save them, bring them here, and get it removed.
Well, it's not. It's still not a. It's a very dangerous procedure if they do it.
Mm-hmm.
But video game, you know. Oh, look at that! It was all good.
Come on, Jill. Some leave marks. Some others heal faster. Apparently. Alright, let's
Well,
go.
Jill never had it. Jill never had it.
I thought she was branded. Huh.
No, she was captured, but she wasn't branded.
Still no name. Alright then. Missives. Force letters and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the writing table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republic's play. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing. I reckon I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Give.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
To a world without mother crystals.
There it is.
I mean, we heard it last session too.
A tune of victory or hope. Hello. Meanwhile, The Northern Territories.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
At least he's out there. I thought he'd be in pain holding back Ultima.
My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
The gathering storm. I feel more bad things are happening.
The rest.
Yep, that's Martha.
Something has happened to Martha. We need to speak with Otto.
You're right, we do need to get car's insurance. What's a car? Right? No name! Are there mountains covering the entire area? Wait a minute, we have a world map. I don't think we have it here. Actually, no, we do. Nah, I can't really tell. Yeah, I'll have to get a better view then. So far, the answer is yes on the mountain's front.
Have you finished sorting those reports?
Wait, there's stairs. What's up? Yeah.
Tea for the pain. Escape from the slave markets. Can't you imagine?
There you go. Looks like the answer is yes.
Good day to you, sir.
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry, I got messaged about something I was trying to take care of.
My question was, is this area covered by mountains all around? And
Yes.
It looks like it is, and I'm just gonna say, I feel right at home. On the salt. If these waters were salty, then I'd even be more.
Well, this is within that same kind of like idea as the blight, so there you go. If it's unsafe to drink, then yeah, it's a perfect match.
No one works longer.
Yeah.
or harder
I'm
than
good now. I
I.
had to take care of
You
just
can
like a small
scour the
thing,
whole of
Mm.
storm and ash,
but it's all good
and
now.
you won't find a better man.
Gotcha, got a thing.
Yeah, New Year, they're always fun to get figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was I can talk about because there's just a little bit of downtime right now. There's
Rosalia's not so kind to
an
travelers these
event
days.
going on.
If you're bound for
It's
rest,
more near the beginning
make
of
sure you
February,
keep
at
your
the end
wits
of
sharp
January, and
and
he
you're
was thinking
still
about going,
sharper.
and he could get me a free ticket. So I was looking up stuff about the show, and I saw what it was, and I was like, I'm good. Just I won't talk about it, just because it's a can of worms and a half if I mention it. But yeah, I was just like, I'm good.
Fair. All right, Otto.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
First, a new quest is available nearby. I must take care of it.
Ah!
I had to take a double take on that one.
I think I remember this quest actually.
Clive, is everything all right?
This is gonna be... I'm not gonna say that. Everyone already has made the joke.
Finish with that. Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Unless, of course, someone finds you some pitch.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitches of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Alright, what were you laughing about?
I'll send it to you in a second. I accidentally hit my desk and my monitor stand went crazy for a second. Okay. All right.
All right, we're going here.
It's like 10 seconds long.
All right, let's see this. I see.
It's fairly accurate, I'd
It
say.
is. It is.
Thank you, Ultima.
Easier than
We
felling a
love your
forest,
shit
I said.
posts and thank you for them every day.
Trees don't have teeth.
Black shot. Why do I have to use? Or I can let go of circle doing this.
What was that about circle?
Lock shot. I can just push circle, not hold it,
Yeah.
which is a saving grace.
Farewell.
Everyone charged in at the end there. Picture wax. Why would I want a picture of wax?
I can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than this. Time to head home.
You got it.
When I hear picture wax, I think of like this YouTube channel I watch every now and then. He's a paint restorer. So like you take like a classical looking painting and he'll like fix it.
Ah.
It's really cool to see that. What's the name of this channel? Let me see. Where is it? It should be at the Beast. Yeah, here it is.
Well, did you find me
Baumgartner
some
Restoration.
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as
What's up
long
with
as
his
he
arm?
stays above the waves.
Like,
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Why did you have to roll me back over here just so we can have this conversation? We could have done this at the docks out there. Alright. Now before we leave, I do have something to check.
you really like doing that?
Gravity's not accurate. 9 out of 10.
I mean, I have a tendency of like I wouldn't do it in this game, but
Nope,
when the
no name.
when the control is like take Hi-Fi Rush for example, because we were talking about this off call. If I have to wait around on like an elevator, I'll just spin around in circles, and do it.
Here's
As long as it's that fluid. I mean,
Here's the thing though about Hi-Fi Rush. You're rewarded for doing that.
I didn't know.
What happened here?
Then again, I've only played the game for like
We need to find the
20,
others.
30 minutes.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Hold on, I'm checking my playtime.
Let's get you to physical.
40 minutes, close close enough.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials descended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will.
Oh no.
But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
The Abbey's gonna be on fire. I'm calling it now. And bad things are coming.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
The lever.
I always find structures like this kind of interesting in games that have like a medieval kind of setting. I mean, this isn't like medieval, but you know what I mean. Okay, yeah, I see the answer to my question. I think we're about to get introduced to a new gameplay thing here. So.
Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
Not really, considering who is on their payroll.
Nope.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
At least it's not on fire. Oh. Oh.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Now, Torgal! Torgal, kill!
It's a bit of a touchy subject for Clive.
Yeah.
You're finished.
Into the wall you go.
Hey. Yeah, that was satisfying. After hearing their BS.
I think so.
Really? Alright, whatever game. Yay!
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
Oh. Oh.
We're friends
Still
of
good.
Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Martha to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Yeah.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
That's heavy.
You ever play Tales of the Abyss?
Nope.
There's a part that kind of reminds me of that.
The only Tales games I've played are Symphonia, Berseria, Zestiria, and Arise. Oh,
Play
and
Abyss.
Vesperia. But only like a quarter of that.
I'll play Abyss at some point, because that's a good game. Very good game. Yeah, there's a part that reminds me a lot of that bit.
Oh, we have Void Scent. Or that's how we
Kinda.
would. Let's see what they call them in this game. What the? Oh, a bounty.
Yeah, this is the first mark of the game.
Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is always an option, defeating those notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that may be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Nice. Wait, I mean, I'm alone here except with Torgal.
Well, this guy isn't too bad, but do keep in mind, notorious marks, they don't lie about this. They do have... They're not like normal enemies. They will fucking kill you if you are not careful. And yes, that is Doom. And my god, Final Fantasy mode loves spamming these motherfuckers. I hate these guys so much. I actually don't know how many notorious marks there are in the game. I want to say it's like close to 30 or 40. But these are going to be kind of like our main way to get money as we take them down, because they go for a lot of gil.
Quagga. Charge! At least Doom isn't like an instant kill to me just on contact. Or at least I don't have a timer.
No, there is a timer. Granted, it's not in the traditional sense of what you're talking about. It has a timer before it goes off.
Got your eye. Sucker. There you go.
You didn't see that coming.
Really, Clive? You end it with a one-liner.
Yep.
After such a morbid scene, too.
That must be the bridge.
Oh, Cloud, that was 5 gil. Over here's the bridge. Just make it into a Sony Interactive, throw the ash into the water sort of thing.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
A lot gloomy around here. You're just letting the moment rock on, aren't you?
For the most part, because like this is again like one of the heavier moments of the story. It doesn't get. It'll get a little bit more livelier. That's probably the best way to put it.
They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
Christ.
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Release.
Yeah, we let the ashes go.
Oh, right. For a second, I was like, wait, release what? I forgot that was the quest name. I forgot that's where the
Zelda.
quest name goes.
Zelda's my what? Zelda's my what?
I thought it was just like, you're gonna release these curse breakers to these people. I was like, wait a minute, what? That's a thing? No, just quest name. Name of the quest.
We do have a side quest available in this area. Which, actually, I think I know which one this is, and we're about to get something very, very good.
Try not to move.
Chocobo riding.
You handy with that sword of yours?
Which one?
Of course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing.
You know, when I was replaying that section to get footage of the Darklight fight, I did notice he has one on his hip. I was like, wait, that's always been there?
You heard me right.
Oh.
Because he never uses it.
Wild birds? Hmm?
You know what? Let's go with that.
And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
A hiding? Well, it has a plus mark on the thing, so it follows 14's logic, and you earn something for doing this.
You know, that does make a lot of sense, because I've never really paid attention to that. The moment I just see a quest marker, I just go and do it, and then if I get something as a bonus, great.
That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds.
I'm free. No? Okay.
Look, the only Leonard Skinner song I grew up ever listening to in any capacity was Sweet Home Alabama, and that's it.
I'm sorry.
No, there's another one too, actually. I just can't remember the name. I think it was like the name of the day of a week or something like that.
There's Monday, and there's Tuesday, there's Wednesday, and there's Thursday, there's Friday, and there's Saturday, and then there's Sunday. Days of the week.
I was really confused, like, why are you singing the Addams Family tempo? Because that's all I ever think of with that.
You've been bad for business.
Yeah, no, it was only recently that I learned it goes to that tune.
To mount your head on their wall.
I mean, it's kind of like when I learned Good Morning to You and Happy Birthday share the same tempo.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm also here.
Oh, actually, I was gonna say haha Torgal's inner thoughts, but There actually was an update that did add that. I don't know if you need the DLC for it, but there is the thing where you can see what Torgal thinks of a character. I think you have to go to the Chronicler, or Hippocrates to be able to see it.
Hello. Oh, that's a big boy.
I thought you were just gonna go bonk. I forget, for the Flames of Rebirth, are you on level 1 or 2 with the upgrades for that?
I think I'm still on level 1.
Don't you just love meat shields?
That whimper. What's up?
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume.
That was a whimper, not a bark.
Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
Oh.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived.
Aww.
And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Story.
And then I kicked him in the dick.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Isn't she supposed to be the hero of these parts?
She's taught them.
Chocobo riding.
Unfortunately, it's not as impressive in this game as you might think.
Ah.
It is good in terms of if you want to go fast and if you random encounters. By the way, audio.
How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
They need to do that quest to unlock Ambrosia here.
Yeah, like, to give a lot of credit to 16, like, its pacing does suffer a bit because of the side quests at points, but I really love that they do tie into each other.
The White-Winged
yeah.
Wonder.
So, Ambrosia is good, but you can't use her in combat, really. And that's what I think really hurts her the most. Because to give credit to 15, I think that's the best interpretation of chocobos that have been in, like, the 3D games. Like, getting able to go around that huge open world in this one, because the way this game is designed to be similar to, like, 14's maps, it's harder to get it to be as,
Good girl.
When you ride
as
alone.
good, I think.
Faster.
No, actually, I think the other characters are behind you on Chocobos too.
Well, Jill is.
Yeah. But you can't fight anything while riding. That's that to me I think is the biggest missed opportunity.
At least I can run past them.
Yeah. It's just, again, because of the way the maps are designed in this game, it's not super useful because you can also just run past them all on foot too. You do go faster, but
No holding back.
I also miss the drift from 15.
Wait, 15 had chocobos drifting?
Yes, you could do that. It was actually real. Again, 15 has problems, but like when it came to like certain things, it did it really well. In fact, like I said, yeah, just like that actually.
This is drifting.
Except I think the chocobo's controlled a little bit better in 15 because in this one the turning's really stiff.
We're getting a rise level of drifting here.
Is the turn just a stiff and rise?
No. You can do it in a straight line easier.
Alright, there we go. That's all. That's good for.
And that's only if you bring your Palamute with you.
I just remembered something. Okay, so just to give a little bit of context, off call, Aki got me. I mentioned at one point I was thinking about getting Monster Hunter into Monster Hunter next year. And Aki was very nice enough to buy me Monster Hunter Rise. Thank you. I did want to ask, because I remember seeing this a little while ago when the game came out. Is the Amaterasu skin still in the game?
Amaterasu, yes, but there's events going away right now. USJ and the Sonic collab. So, but if you get in the game and unlock them at the mailman, you get to keep them, I believe. And since I do own those, I believe I can drag you in there. No problem.
Well, I don't give a fuck about the Sonic stuff, but
I think the Amaterasu
Amaterasu
stuff is part of that, but at the same time, it's made by Capcom, so might be safe.
Alright, if you can find that out for me, it's like, hey, if you want me to get on...
Yeah, Amaterasu
Rise.
is a... You do a quest to unlock materials for Amaterasu. You get them, and you apply it to your Palamute, your dog. And
yeah.
Once it's applied, your drifting and your running gets replaced with some effects.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough for me, because, like, look, Sonic is fine and all, but it's like, give me more Okami, please, for the love of God. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Literally, because she is a god. Did you ever play through all that game, like, all the way?
Okami, first 5 to 10 minutes. That's my sins calling back to me, like, how dare.
That's me saying that. How dare Kazaki, that is legit one of my favorite games ever.
Don't worry, you own the Switch, PC, and some other version, I bet. Yeah.
I've lost track how many times I've bought that game. I have, because I had it on Wii, I had it on PS3, I have it on PS4, I do have it digitally on Switch, and I have it on PC. But I've only beaten it like 3 or 4 times.
Looks like I only get health back if I'm attacking normally during that.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do actually now that I'm thinking about it? Hold up.
Are you gonna launch up Rise?
No.
Oh, Okami.
Well, something like that.
Alright, any other quests nearby? Nope. Doesn't look like it. That means I'm free to head back to the hideaway.
Okay. Give me just a second, I gotta check just a couple things here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can still talk, I'm just, okay, here we go. Just trying to get this website up.
Yep, Okami HD is in my library, so...
Okay, never mind then.
I knew it! It's like, there's that dark... I even said during that sentence, like, I have it for Switch, PC, and some other console, I bet.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me, like, oh, I bet you've bought it so many times. I'm like, yes, I have.
Yeah, no, you're safe there. There might be DLC in Rise you might like, actually. Especially since most of the DLC is on sale.
Well, I mean, you got me the game and the expansion pack, so I imagine that's everything.
Well, Capcom with Monster Hunter is DLC heavy.
I'm a Neptunia fan, so that's nothing new to me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, go to Rise's DLC and you'll see what I mean. Anyways, Gav. Lost the use of that eye.
I fucking
my report.
Gav.
I was worried he died.
No kind words for your old pal Gav.
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Jesus fucking Christ, you were not kidding.
Yeah.
To occupy the Dominion after the fall of
It's no
Druid's
better in
End.
the world.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that
Is
they
a lot of
didn't
this just
think to do it
cosmetics?
first.
Yep.
Okay.
Half a century of
There's some free ones in there, including
man.
character vouchers that let you re-edit your character after creation.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted
In case you don't like a
land
thing or a
of fire
voice.
crystals was too much for his radiance to resist.
They're Fantasias, basically.
And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's
I keep wanting to say Sambrique, but
starve the
it's
Imperials
Sambrek.
into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set up
Speaking
on
of
the war-weary
that
victor.
cracking, I'm gonna go get a soda real quick.
They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
It's expected of me to make Persona reference at every point.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed.
Oh, so
and
this
Drake's
is all...
Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
So that's how they name these places.
Bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle.
Oh?
Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
It's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Did they mention Drake's Head, I think is the name of this next place? Or Breath?
I think it's Breath, yeah. Because the one left exposed, I think, is Tail. Or was it Head? Either way, they're going for the one in C.
Yeah, it's like all Drake something.
But no mention of Josh. Alien Reports, Patron's Whisper, and the Hunt Board are now available. And Renown.
So Renown is kind of like in 14 these Grand Company seals. You get them from Marks in some side quests, and you get optional items from them.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
But this is, if I remember right, this is where I stopped for a good probably 2.5 months on my New Game Plus file before coming back to it a couple of weeks ago. So we have a little bit of time we can kill now. I also would say, for the Notorious Marks, don't worry about them too much right now. Because also, I had to use a guide to find like their actual location. Because some of these motherfuckers are hidden really well.
Oh, so they don't mark them on the map.
What's the matter?
Yeah.
You
have to use
the hunt board.
Oh, sorry.
It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. And that's why I need your help. As I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Moogles. No fiend of the Forest or ghoul of the Green Sword can blah blah blah. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Kill them all, Clive. Kill them all.
Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Alastia are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me, Kupo. I'll stay here then and keep an eye on all the billets that get posted on the board. If there's anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm right here. And I already took care of the one. At least they exist before this happens. In hopes that fearless heroes, such as Clive, will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. Oh, and I don't accept them, they just exist.
Yeah. Also, I really don't like how small that text is. That's like, it's really hard for me to read.
Yeah, I can see that. I can read it just fine, but yeah, it's very small.
And...
Clive! Here you go.
I'm having some trouble
Think you can help?
with...
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Your
take a listen.
benefactors are a generous lot.
Complete side quests are defeating notorious marks will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit the Zyrie at the Patron's Whisper at the Hideaway Mess to view recurrent renown level and accept any donations available. Renown is not used upon accepting donations. It will never diminish. Cool. And that's all I've earned so far.
All yours.
Ooh, 400 ability points! And this one, okay, just one meteorite. So that was the only one that was crazy.
Yeah, you get some really good items from this.
Come again. I may have more.
Let's see. If I'm at where I think I am. Oh, I'm good. Yep. Ignition, you can level down now. Oh, I have to...
Yeah, you have to refund the whole thing.
I can't do it by stage. That, I want this one. Aerial Blast. And I got some extra here. Wait, not... I mastered that, that's why. Well, semi-mastered. Let me put that one back on square. Right. This menu. And then put on triangle instead. Because that could be good on stagger damage or just when they're staggered in general. Just keep them stationary while I go ham on them. Alright.
Doesn't sound like anywhere is safe.
Alright, let's do this quest. By the way, with our earlier talk on the DLC and Rise, they do have them in packs, which makes them cheaper. Especially during a sale.
I hear there's trouble in
The latest pack doesn't go on sales, I think. But all earlier stuff does, so.
I think it's alright.
Okay.
And I say that because there's some armor that you may not be the most fan of appearance-wise, but there is a glamour system that unlocks late. I mean late. I mean base game late for Rise.
Okay.
See, just thought to let you know there.
We'll figure out the thing with the like. Honestly, the moment we figure out some stuff with the Okami stuff, that'll be great for me. Because if it's something like, yeah, hey, we need to get this done in the next couple of days, yeah, I will go ahead and spend that time to get that done.
With the Okami stuff, I think you just do it like as soon as your character is done and you finish the tutorial, you can just do the events. I believe. No, there's 2 events you can do that right at the gate. You know what? I'm gonna spend some time right here. Right now. Actually, I'll let this cutscene play out.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
Why not? I'm sure they'll be pleased.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some.
I heard something else when I was looking away.
Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Okay, so with the Okami event, you have to be rank 2. So less than an hour to get there.
Okay.
Especially if it's low rank. Yeah, yeah, should be easy. But I'm also looking into the event quest that will be dropped. USJ, I know, is one of them. The Sonic event should be the other. Yeah, it looks like it. Why is my left monitor gone? There it is. You just went black screen for a full second. My left screen, not my right.
I thought it might have been me for a second for some reason. I'm, because right now, while you were looking that up, I'm also working on getting just a little bit of footage for the video. Nothing like extract. I've had to download Baldur's Gate 3 in the background.
Heavy.
Forever.
Heavy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like with the Okami quest, we can take our time.
That's good. That's good. As long as I don't have to worry about missing it. But
it's also an event quest you don't need to do any fighting for. It's just literally a walk with Okami music in the background.
Oh, that'll be great because I love that game soundtrack. Apparently, like, I like Baldur's Gate 3. I really wish this was a setting, and it shocks me that it's not a setting in this game when, like, literally there's so many other AAA games that have this. You have to turn off HDR mode on your monitor before, and then to boot the game where it doesn't boot in HDR mode. It's like, let me just turn that off, please. I prefer it that way. Like, just being able to turn it off, I mean, because OBS cannot record.
Ah, she's gone.
Can't do that.
No name is gone.
She got a name, and she left.
She made a name for herself.
Yeah.
Oh, Torgal's here with the twins. Puppy.
Oh yeah, actually, since we last recorded, I don't know if I told you this, we got a dog.
Oh? Is that so?
Yep. My family managed to get one. She's really sweet. I'll send you a couple pics.
What breed is she?
Dachshund.
Ooh. Cute little wiener dog. If you have stairs, be careful, because that will ruin her back.
Yeah, we do have stairs, but we know about that already. Luckily, we don't really have to worry about it right now because she's too small to even get to the stairs. But yeah, I sent you a few pictures.
Oh, I spotted cute little thing. Well, looks like they have a little Dalmatian in her. With the spots and stuff. Alright, I'll leave it at that. But cute. I love puppies.
Yeah, she does not bark at all, which is so like weird to me. Like I've heard her whimper a couple times when she was like really nervous and stuff, but no, she's been fine the whole time.
Martel.
I'll let this rock out before
Where have I heard that
I share
name
my
before?
experience.
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. And I'd
Alright,
sort
let's
that
see
one.
if this fixes
Love
the
plants more
issue.
than people.
I really don't
Aye,
like turning
brave as
off
a Bane
HDR
wife.
mode.
Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked?
Okay.
Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well,
Yeah, I think that fixed
you'd have
it.
been proud, and rightly
Yeah, it did.
so.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you, Sid.
And they just took me into the next person. But yeah, no, in terms of barking dogs, she's young right now, so her being quiet is interesting.
Yeah, so that's why I think if she's gonna be like, and like it's really, it is really cute to see her like run because she can't like do a proper run, so it looks like she's hopping a little bit.
That's what the little ones do. And as long as you raise them right. Like
All right,
Toby,
let's-
as long as there's no strangers nearby, Toby's quiet. Unless he wants something from me. He's a good little buddy. Patient with me. I love you, buddy. Oh, he smiled at me.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Apple.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since.
Ooh,
Sid was the only one who could stomach the things.
that's new.
He'd have 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
This is a wholesome quest here.
I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
It's right enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
This is so cool. Sorry, I don't mean to be so I'm booting up Baldur's Gate 3, right, to get this footage for the first time since the game came out, but they've actually added a new customized difficulty mode. At least I don't remember this being here when I first played it, so if I wanted to go back and really make this game more kind of like my cup of tea, I can do that now.
Cool.
That's really fucking cool. Shit, I'm gonna have to do a new playthrough.
That Rise playthrough just gets further and further away.
We'll get to Rise before this. Because before I even go back to this, I want to replay Cyberpunk.
Oh, crazy that they made this work in an airship. Pretty cool.
Well, if we're going, well, I mean, of course they added like a lot of these facilities and stuff, but like the size of it, I'd say this is fairly accurate to what an airship would be in a Final Fantasy. Heck, even the 1 in 10.
This tongue here calls the Blackthorn the Lake Water and renders it killing. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
Cool.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
That's a good shot. Displayed in Clive's chambers.
Yes, so remember how we have the mementos, or like the little trophies from side quests? This is where you'll get them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a lot of them are going to be like rewards and stuff from... I can't talk. From side quests and stuff.
Mm. Just like, unless they're waxed, those can go bad fast. Thank God it's a video game.
No. You go first.
Pet the puppy. Yeah, right there. Oh. Ambrosia's tag is also a memento.
I think just playing the game normally, you'll get like 12-ish. You do get over half.
Hmm. Looks like we're done here. So now it's time to go onwards to the next objective. Oxcry Cliff. We're almost to 2 hours of the stream. And you said you wanted to get to a point tonight, right?
Nothing particularly.
Hmm.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and...
Because I know now where we are in the story.
Hmm.
Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance?
Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of
Yeah, so this current section of the game, like now that we're finally carrying on Cid's will, this is where I think a lot of, well, not that, Naka has encountered an error and needs to shut down.
You got it.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Off the cliff you go.
That's right, away you go.
You found what you wanted to say, or still nah?
This is, one thing I really do like, about this point in the game, because especially, like, we've had the Clive section, we now have, like, what Cid was truly fighting for and whatnot, right? We're able to get more into, other characters' backstories and their personalities and stuff.
Nice try.
Ramu! Oh, that burned that fast. Nice damage. Spawns from the ether and disappears like the same. Oh. What else can we find out here? Oh. The chocobos aren't engaging. Oh, never mind. They noticed we were on Ambrosia. Alright. Let's check this out.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take
going
on the
hunting
Empire.
for outlaws.
What with their 100 full legions?
How do you like that, boy?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
So it seems no good people are in the neighborhood now.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna start seeing these guys a little bit more often now.
Who do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like
Oops. Nice. You can spike him twice in a row with Torgal like that.
Yeah, I did see him start doing that more because I had to learn how to do that again after in Final Fantasy mode when I was doing the arcade mode part to get footage for that. It doesn't let you use the timely accessories.
Here we go. Fangs of Ruin still. He has level 2 on his attacks. 483. Yeah, I'll keep saving them. You get 2 knockdowns like that. Wonder how effective that is on the bigger targets. Probably not as well.
Not all the time.
Friends! Perish!
More of my mother's men.
You know what? Have fun with this.
I love aerial blast. I don't use it much, mainly.
Tornado Plus.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Brings them all to one place and then burn them all.
They mainly just because I've said before, I have my own setup I like with an ability later on that you'll get. But that's actually definitely not a bad idea early on. Like combine that with Judgment Bolt, and that's a lot of damage all at once.
Time to fight.
Nice.
It's over.
Alright, what's over here? Bull's Horn Braid. Oh, increases lunge damage by 5%. Not bad. I'll keep things as is for now. Such satisfying combat. Once it starts clicking. And one more group. While I take these on, I've been playing World in my own time. Because the whole Return to World thing, because it's gonna be Wild is gonna be another open world game like World was. Not to say that Rise isn't open world, it's just not as big by comparison. I find it better for it because of the fun combat comes along with it. Yeah, with World, it feels like with the game it wants to be, it just takes its time for everything, which makes it very inconvenient if you want to do certain stuff quickly. Rise lets you do those things faster, which is nice, especially if you just want a quick fix.
So what it sound okay? So like what it is that Rise is going to be more of a like here's the game, you know what you want, let's just go.
Yeah, in fact, you can all the tutorials it has, you can pretty much skip almost all of them. It has one required tutorial, and that's just basic movement. Like moves you'll be doing in the game. Oh, why did it have to be you? Whatever. Don't think about it. Speaking of these things, wait a minute. Don't think about it.
Okay, let's think about this. Did you hear about the Lethal Company update?
The one where it adds the mask, yeah.
Well, I was going to more talk about the the arachnophobia mode.
Where it changes the spiders into the word spider. Just
Which, to be fair,
things.
is really funny.
It is funny. If it still makes the sound effects, though, that still sets me off.
Blood, Clive.
Ew.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true Rosario.
Yeah, I deserve this. He's having fun. Cool. Yes, Torgal. Bark, bark, bark. Wrong enemy model, but sure. This works.
Yeah, it works.
Because I blasted the wizard into the wall.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Aldil. Guardians of
was at Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Just waited to let him die before he yelled it out. Anyways, those spiders from before. Guess what's in Rise?
Well, you have a problem with that, not me.
Yeah. We have two versions of it. And one of the quests for him is like, can't kill it with fire.
I thought you said Hank Hill with fire first. I was like, what?
At least with those, I learned how to block them out.
Find something, boy. Death.
Time for some more sad times.
Found her.
Jesus!
Yeah, the Empire hates breakers. I mean, bearers. A lot.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Granted, I guess this scene doesn't really bother. Like, it is a very gruesome scene, but
Yes.
that playing something like a Plague Tale Requiem, there's a lot more like this in that game.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Oh boy. Do 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 do. I'm going to Devil H Toppy Step. I'm just gonna stop there. I already messed it up. HE double hockey sticks. No, that doesn't rhyme at all. Or not even goes to the tune. Anyways, corpses are everywhere.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Are goblin coins like a limited resource, or are they just...
No, they're solely just for selling.
Okay. Because I thought that those birds over there, the colorful ones, the blue birds, always dropped one. I don't think that's the case, but just a thought. If that's what they're just for, then good. Not missing much then. Oh, actual people here.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush, no. You didn't hear nothing.
So he did hear something. Or she. Double negatives.
Didn't happen to come by way of Old Hill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morning, You couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
In honor of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And that's what it says for all plaques.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands. You'll find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
That's the first time I've seen that one where he just jumps into the air and slams it.
Oh, he's done it a couple times.
Actually, the first time I noticed it then. Just a punt. It's like so simple yet funny.
My favorite one is when he like just puts his hand on the ground and then just goes BAM! With the fire explosion.
I can see you go. Yeah, so that only works with the down one if you want to keep looping them. Sick is if you want to keep them in the air. Ooh, combination stop. I did that accidentally.
Oh, this is actually a really good spot to grind too if you want. Like, yeah, there's been no grinding in this game at all, and it's really not required. But this is a spot in New Game Plus. I did spend a little bit of time doing it, because there's a lot of crabs here that you can kill very quickly.
Just load up the file again, just to respawn.
There's a warp point near here that you can just come to and then walk over.
Cha. That's dead.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
Do you see a pit?
The nobles
This isn't Batman.
At least you understood that.
It's like, do I need to tell you how many times I've played through Arkham Asylum?
So big.
Spoiler alert, it's a lot.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Ah, that must be the warp point.
Yeah.
Have mercy.
Ishrin's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, enough
Fuck off!
And you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your sties!
Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
It's an RPG, it's never abandoned.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I've just been hovering on this HP.
Honestly, I've stopped looking at your HP at this point. I've just accepted it.
Now we know why the refugees didn't come here.
Keep looking then.
It is what it is. Another door push.
Yeah, I definitely did not remember. There's a lot more of those than I remember.
How quickly a crown can lose its
I just make a, once we finish this game, I just make a highlights reel of the first thing he's saying is like, there's like 2 or 3 doors, and then I just put in all the doors that need to be pushed. Just to really put that nail in that coffin.
Yeah. I mean, I'm welcome if you want to make it. You're more than welcome to. I'll admit when I fuck up.
Yeah, I'll take so much of my time, but hey, anything for the bit. As long as I remember to do it.
Not abandoned then.
Well.
Oi! Visitors!
That's the Three Stooges.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Gotcha, they really want to smoke.
Or not.
And I meant that literally.
I heard like Garuda. Garuda! Like.
Whee! This does nothing. But this does.
Kill! Sick 'em! Go, Togo! Now, Togo! Sick 'em!
Enemies bested.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Oh?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Oh, friends.
Founder, it really is you.
Him!
It is. So wait.
It is cool to see him
We can
again.
speak
He ended
inside.
up surviving that whole fucking escapade.
More survivors there than we thought. Ambrosia, Clive, Joshua, him.
Shame about
And
Makarov, though.
those who wouldn't
He.
bend the knee?
I think that
We left
was his
before
name.
the Empire could make examples of us.
The
Though
one
we
that
didn't go far.
was brutally
And we
burned.
banded together to form the Guardians of the
Somehow you found
Flame soon
entertainment in
after.
that.
Alas,
I mean, honestly, Typhon had a
there's
similar
only
death
so
that was
much
pretty
a
funny.
handful of aging shields can do against the
Just
might
because he doesn't
of
have
an
any teeth.
empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
So wait, thank you for these materials. Those were ours, thank you.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Oh, buck up, man. At least you're not dead.
Somehow. A tornado, then a fire both.
We'll show them that the fire in our
How are you not crispy bacon right now?
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
Ooh. I have lots of gil to throw around. So might as well pick up this while we're here.
You should still be. You should go ahead and be able to sell a couple of things.
Hmm. I don't have any of these. Desert Rose.
You wanna like anytime you go to like sell something,
Mm-hmm.
it'll say if it can be used in
As you
crafting
wish,
or
my
not.
lord.
It's like here.
Go to the one that says like it looks like an alchemy. Yeah, that. So where it says like used in crafting or can be sold.
Gotcha. Let's start from the bottom then. Can be traded for gil. And I can just do this. I wish there was a... Oh, sell all valuables. There is a button for that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. A pretty little sum. And elixirs here. Instantly restores all HP. But 10 grand a piece. There's that again. And you're saying that gil won't be a problem coming up, right?
Yeah, we're already like getting into a good spot where we're gonna start getting more gil. I would still kind of hold off at least just for a little bit, but we're almost like we are though about to get into a point where yeah we're all good.
Gotcha.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
For Clive, since last seeing Sir Wade, how long would that be? Because 5 years plus...
18.
18. Damn.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
He was the... Sir Wade must be in his 40s or late 30s then. If he was like 18-ish at the start. Oh, party members. Okay. Depending on where I go, they might choose to stay behind. I can't take advantage of them for notorious marks. Gotcha.
We'll keep them from the bridge.
I think it depends on the enemy. Because I can think of one maybe you can do that with.
But I shouldn't lean on that possibility.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you're... Notorious marks you never really have to worry about like your party member setup because it's going to be Clive doing the most damage.
Mm-hmm.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Yeah.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Remember back when we started, my main way of attacking was...
Luckily, I have it turned down a little bit, so it's not as bad.
Gotta just say, the PS5's D-pad sucks.
Oh, I disagree completely.
I didn't mean to do that, but sure, game. I was just doing a demonstration. I didn't mean to heal.
There they are. On your command, my
Sorry,
lord.
but it really does. What's up, losers?
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Ah, sucker. Never mind. They staggered me. I was not aware of their style. This is why I'm gonna style on them. Whee! Look at those numbers on the side.
It gets even crazier later. Once you start, like, I call them the level 2s, but really it's just the ultimate ability that every icon has.
Hello?
Yes.
I heard a computer sound. Did something crash on me?
I didn't press anything.
Okay, it must have been a notification then.
Okay.
Whenever my computer does that, it's like, did something crash? Am I off the air? Nah, I should be good.
You've been fun. We've had a couple of instances of lag, but honestly not that much tonight.
Mm-hmm. So have fun with this, Wyvern. Ah, fuck.
More dragons! The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
To me, boy!
Blind justice. Get him, Jill. Hello.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
What an entrance. It's been a while since we saw Dragoon. No.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
I'm mixing myself.
Finish him.
I would have frames for that. Eh.
You're telling me that's the
Oh, come on!
Archduke's son? In the flesh.
We'll show him as much
Eh,
mercy
eh,
as they
eh,
Phoenix go with you.
This one won't count into confirmation.
Come on.
Faster.
Yay! He somehow gets a chocobo too.
Look at me sideways. Come along now.
The bastards are lucky.
Oh yeah, we skipped those guys.
Alright.
And skip.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords
Okay, I
we
think I got enough footage of BG3. It was also just fun going through like that bit of the game again. By the way, distortion.
You got it. There you go.
Reinforcements from the far bank.
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
There.
More dragons.
Works. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm
Just literally burn that damage.
I did want to ask, since we're getting close, I think, to 3 hours. Let me check.
Yep, we're about to hit 3 hours and 14 minutes.
Okay. How long do you want to go for tonight?
I feel like after this event we'd be good for now.
Okay. That's fair. I think because next time we are going to get into a bit more story stuff. This one was kind of like the transition into the next big story piece.
Hmm. I was hoping I'd do more in this. But okay.
Is in dire need of cleansing.
Jump! One thing when I was fighting Ifrit again on my new playthrough, that I kind of kept doing every once in a bit, is I kept pressing R1 to keep dodging the AoEs and shit. And I was like, wait, I don't have to do that, I can just move. It's like, yeah, that's right, you can just move. You don't need to like keep doing like this hopscotch shit all the time. Bop. Yeah, now this is definitely, I think, when like you're really getting more into the combat because of getting able to just use all your like really fucking good abilities on like that stagger bit.
That
I always
guy just
love
walked
that.
into that.
Poor Jill. I do not remember his like stagger mark going down that fast. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it.
Just had it chase me right there.
No, I was gonna say limit break, limit break, limit break.
I'm waiting for this. Nice.
There you go.
Just charged right into him that time. There we go. Level up.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Oh,
Since
that's
the
right.
beginning.
We do get to meet the
Lord Byron
uncle
was the first person I
next
turned to
time.
after
I
forming the
love
Guardians.
Byron.
And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
The burnt blade.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Zoe.
I was hoping that he would show up. The captain.
If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Oh, this is still going.
Oh, we just get the cutscene now. I thought we had to click on port on the port. But yeah, we get to meet we get to meet Uncle Byron.
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
I love Byron so much.
That was great.
Doing the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience.
I do think
it's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
It was his mom
so
that
told us.
basically made, like, I don't know what the Empire was like with bears before, but how severe it's gotten in the time since Clive became
it has been 20 years, Clive.
A bearer himself to now. I do think it was definitely part of her influence.
Hmm.
Forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
That genuine, like, from Clive.
It's like, that's not true.
One thing I cannot believe,
Is it?
though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Jill, what's up?
We'll find out
Next
time. We actually will.
Yeah.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, Let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
So yeah, next time we will be getting to see more of Jill's backstory a little bit and what she was up to throughout that time.
I can't pause the game. We have to go to the next area.
Well, we can go. Well, it's the hideaway, so I mean, we're gonna just go there and then it worse if there's like a cutscene. It's fine.
Hmm.
I think
There
it's
we
just
go.
yeah. Just come here and
here be
now we can
monsters.
save.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Here we go. How much ability points do we get in total? Oh, there's something that adds some a thing. Must be the Gil thing. 800, right? Let's see. Let's hold on to that for a bit, actually.
I'd say Deadly Embrace wouldn't be a bad idea.
Let's see what the thing does. Increases claw range. That could be useful.
Mm-hmm. It basically lets you use it as long as they're in front of you. You're always gonna grab them unless they're like really. You have to be ridiculously far away for it not to work.
Hmm. Alright, we'll leave it like that. Let's save. And yeah, we'll call that a stream. This was
up and down.
Up and down, yeah. It's like in the beginning to the middle, it was so very down. And then we got to see some old faces plus Clive's uncle. And it just got shot straight up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, that's what makes these cheery characters in this game, like, so good, because, like, especially because of how depressing this game can get sometimes, they really help bring up, like, oh, I love these guys, because they don't make me depressed.
Yeah, no, they bring great levity to the mood. Like, when you need it most.
Yeah.
Byron's reaction, just Clive reinciting a play. And that bringing him to tears, but continuing on with the lines. That was very wholesome and nice. Alright. Okay. Before I say my stuff, you want to shill anything?
Same as what I said last stream. Keep an eye out. You can follow me on Twitter at VashTheGamer. I am going to be working on a top 10 video for games of 2023. I'm not saying it's going to be the best thing ever or anything like that, but I am actually motivated to make a video again, somewhat. And yeah, the script is done for the most part, and I'm going to be working on it over the next couple days. And also keep an eye out, hopefully, for a stream of mine sometime next week with Omi. Maybe doing some ranking, tier list stuff. Don't know yet. Still got to work out the details, but we're still kind of talking about it.
Yeah. We sure are. But is everything?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Like you said, follow him at VashTheGamer on Twitter. For me, follow me on Twitter in my bio below, as well as my Blue Sky. And VODs of these streams go up on my VOD channel, also in the description below. Though I've been slacking on that, so need to work on that. These next 2 days, I think, will be a good time for me to render some stuff out. But yeah, that's it for us. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Where's your bye?
Oh, I thought I was waiting for that. Bye bye. Line.
Whee! This is the end of the stream. I remembered this time.